Hello there, welcome back here on Prime Morning. It's Monday. Yes, we've had a good time. If you're just joining us here on the show, you missed a lot. Trust me on that one. I see what came through with the shenanigans, getting you informed on all the things that are going on in social media spaces, and had a very exciting conversation as well just before I came on. Nathaniel was also here to brief you on sports and what's happening in the world of sports. And of course, that Kotoko incident over there, not a good thing. We should stop that. Okay. I'll be a bit decorum on this one. But of course, our own Rosalind Felly also came through with some very, great conversation in terms of politics on News Flash. And we're about to delve into some more. And this morning on Mondays, you know what we do. We try as much as possible to put a spotlight on women who are doing amazing works for themselves and serving humanity as well. And today will not be an exception, all right? So please do well to make it a point to also share with us your thoughts on our conversations here on the show. It's on social media. It's Joy Prime TV on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. You can find us over there, and do well to share your thoughts with us here on the show. I'll be introducing to you my guest for this morning's conversation pretty soon. But let's say a big thank you to Nutri Snacks. Always making it possible for us to have a conversation over here on the show. We love it, all right? And Safari Valley is also opened to all of you out there to go and have a good time. If you've not really had a good weekend, this weekend you might want to pass there. And trust me, you will enjoy all the beautiful things you can find over there. The animals are still waiting for you, by the way. They need you to come around and interact with them, So do well to find your way there as well. And all those who graduated from law school, congratulations to all of you. Some of those that we wish them on social media said they don't know us. We were wishing them as our lawyers. They said they don't know us, but it's all good. Maybe, as time goes on, I'll be wishing some of the, lawyers that have passed out, a good one. I'll be mentioning some names, but I don't want to mention any name and they'll say they don't know me. Me, I know you. If you don't know me, I know you. So it's okay. Keep it at that. But let's talk about women in business this morning here on the show. Trust me, this conversation you'll really, really find it very interesting. And so you need to stay with us, because this woman I'm about to talk to has done everything when it comes to food and making sure that people get to fill their bellies, and it's not just about eating just anything, but good food. And that's what we're talking about. Now, she loves food. She loves food brutal, Take away food from her and you'll be in trouble, But not just even making them, she loves to sell them as well. And she left university, JIJ, passed on to Central University, studied public relations and advertising and marketing as well, and decided, you know what? Put all of those things aside for me. Let me make sure that I get into the kitchen. And that's where she found herself. And ever since then, she's been doing amazing stuff. In the studio with me, my guest, Amma Odro Tamaklo, is a women and business guest here on the show. Hello, Amma. Good morning. How are you doing? I'm well. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Great. I missed a lot because I was somewhere in America. I was not getting good, not good food per se, but the kind of food I want to be eating in Ghana, I was not getting them. Those that I was getting, I was not really, okay, they did some fufu for me, but it wasn't like the real kind of fufu. So I didn't really like it that much. But, I'm a foodie as well. I love food. So when they said you love food and you are coming, I said, okay, we'll cook today here.
Yes.
Are you ready for us?
I am ready.
Oh, we can cook here today. All right, so we're going to cook here today on the show. But you've had an amazing journey.
I have. It's been interesting. Yes.
Tell me about that. So you're entering your 9th year.
That's
if
correct.
I'm right.
That's correct.
And you've spent 9 years of your life in the kitchen just cooking food to make sure people get to eat good food.
That's correct.
How's that?
I find it very interesting. And these 9 years, it sounds like, 9 years, but we've transitioned at so many points. And at this stage, I would say maybe we are 90% settled, 90%, so there's still room. We've had to evolve from serving lunch to individuals where you could just WhatsApp us and then you receive the food at your office for lunch, to serving corporate, to adding events. And I think throughout the years, we see our strong points and what works for us. Yeah. So that's what we are sticking to now. That's why I'm saying 90%.
I want to get to the 100%. I don't know which one is going to add up to the 100%, but 9 years is quite a lot.
It is. It is. It's yes.
And I'm sure it didn't come that easy for you.
Not at all. Should we go into that?
We're going to get into that. But let's talk about the fact that you had a very nice profession. I mean, you were doing so well with outdoor advertising and all of those things.
That's correct.
Marketing came along and all that. And you decided that, you know what, it's a combination of good things that I love, but kitchen is where I want to find myself.
That's correct.
How was making that decision for you?
So before I started Food 101, as you said, I was in corporate. It was fun. I still do it alongside.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You still make time for that?
I still love advertising. I still love marketing. It is me. But I had to find a balance for my life because the marriage, children, running around, it wasn't really working for me. So I thought, let me find something that I can do and then exit corporate, partially or fully. Yes, and so food came about. Well, I wanted something that
because you love food already, so
I do. I love food. I love food. I love everything food. You know, it sounds crazy, but I love everything food. If you take me to a place where there are utensils and things about food,
you're excited.
I can stay there the whole day.
Wow.
And when I see people preparing food, I can watch, and I just need to watch, and then I have it. I think food is me. I love food. I love food. So I realized that that was something I really love to do. I could cook just for friends to come home and eat. So when I was single, my home was always full of weekends.
Oh boy.
Every time. So I thought maybe that's it. So that's what started Food 101.
So you didn't have to really struggle with that decision. I mean, based on the fact that it had funding aspect of it. It had also the fact that you had a very good profession going on for you. But for you, it was the fact that you are somebody who loved food already. So you didn't really have to struggle with it.
The beautiful thing is that I'm happy I started the time I did.
Okay.
I didn't consider all these things. If I had, I wouldn't have started.
Yeah.
So I was all excited. I want to do the food, and because I'm a marketer, I was all about the logo, the presentation.
You had all,
and all
everything
that.
looking very nice for you because of where you're coming from.
Honestly, I wasn't thinking so much about the financial aspect. I was excited in some other direction until I went inside. And I realized that it's not funny like that. So sit down, relax.
Well, how about did you
have a plan?
100 cities or 50 cities or how much did you have to start with? We've had stories about how people began.
I didn't plan with, I have 20,000, let me go. No, already my storeroom was full of utensils.
Okay.
So I contacted a few caterers I knew, and you get this, you get that. So I was spending as I was going. I didn't have a budget per se. Yes, but I knew it would work.
Because I mean, obviously there's one thing you having a passion for something, and another thing you beginning
Tell me about
on
it's
the ground.
It's way different. It's two separate stuff.
And that's what most young people
things.
actually miss. They think that the fact that Amma did it and had passion for it, I can also do it and be successful.
Yes,
which has not always been the case.
It's not, but I always tell people that it is possible. But in between, you have to be strong. So when I started and it was going, and I realized that, no, I need funds, I need this, that is when the strength came in. So I started talking to people, trying to find help, relying on my little savings. I used everything. So much that I became broke. But I knew it was a good broke because it will work. Yes. So then people started advising me. I made terrible mistakes, mistakes that I had to learn from, but I was determined not to stop. Yes, I think that's what helped me. And then I was doing it alongside my advertising. Okay. Because that's another thing that I have learned in my journey. It's hard to go with just one thing. Either you have support, you have funding on the side, or your business is really strong. And before your business can get really strong, you need 10 years plus. Yeah. So if it's just food that I was doing, relying on the proceeds for my livelihood, for the kids, it wouldn't have worked. So it was being supported alongside with my small businesses.
Yeah. Take me through this. Which was one of the mistakes that you made that you felt like, okay, this was a big mistake, but it was a turnaround for me? A few of them that you can enumerate for.
Okay, so when I was in corporate, I was earning good money. I was comfortable.
You know,
I was.
I
was comfortable. I was okay. And then when when I started this journey, for some reason I thought things were still the same. So I was still spending the way I was spending.
That's all.
I was still living the way I was living until it hit me that, hey, you are going broke. So
and you could see stare at you that, you know, the money's finishing.
It was around me. I couldn't run. It was with me. So I had to make something happen to change it quickly. Else it was going to affect me, the kids, everything around me. So I had to cut down. I had to adjust quickly. I had to change a lot of things. Things that I could do without thinking.
You stopped buying clothes for yourself? You stopped
that one, I stopped.
Hanging out with friends?
Yes, I did. I had to give you an excuse, or I have a program or something. Buying clothes, look, I stopped. I had to stop because then I didn't have any firm source of funding. Yeah. So, and it had to keep going. And we were blessed. So when we started, I keep saying that when they give birth to you, you crawl before you walk and run. 101 started running before we crawled. So soon as we started, we had the corporates come on. I had never done it. And when we got there, the first company was a mess. Wow. It was a mess. They canceled the contract within a month. Really? I cried the whole day.
Like they gave you reasons why they had to cancel it?
They did, and I think their reasons were valid. Interestingly, I met the HR about, in our 6th year. Immediately we saw each other, we started laughing. Wow. Yes, but then she had seen the progress, she was following us and thought, oh, we had done well and we had come far from when we started. Yeah. And we learned a lot from there. Even though they canceled the contract, I went back to ask them, what were you expecting? What didn't we do right? And I think we entered with excitement and not experience. So we lost it, but we didn't give up. Right after that, we got about 4 branches of then UT. Whoa. So honestly, UT helped us a lot, wow. a lot. So we had 4 branches. Within weeks, we had about 9 branches. And so we had done our homework with the first experience, and so it was quite easy. And then I realized whilst we were going up, I needed more money because we were really expanding fast. Yeah, at a very fast rate. So then I had this WhatsApp where you call in and then place your orders. So with time, I realized it wasn't working for me because there are days that I'll cook for 50 and I'll have 10 clients. Oh. There are days I cook for 50 and I have 100.
And the rest, you now have to start thinking.
And when I cook for 50 and I have 10, it's a party at my office because
everybody has to eat.
Everybody has to eat. It wasn't my favor, but that's what happened. And I realized this maybe not business is not for me. So then I decided to focus on the corporate. That I know, okay, 101, we have a contract for a year. Yeah. Every day you serve 30 people. Even though they don't pay you up front, it's a safer place. And it's a good place to grow rather than doing there, maybe not. So that's when we switched. So now if you want food from us, you have to pre-order. Okay. Because with the corporate, when I wake up, I know I'm cooking, for example, 500 people. We are set, we are ready. Yeah. But if you want a single order, you have to let me know a day before. Oh. If you call me this morning, I'm sorry.
It won't work. It won't work. So all you have to do is to send a message to a WhatsApp line?
Our line, yes.
Okay, as a corporate or individual?
No, individual. Corporate, we are good.
So you already have that sorted. Yes. You know where you go when and all that. So if you're corporate, you don't need to be on the WhatsApp.
No, you don't. You don't.
Okay, so people like us have to be on the WhatsApp.
If you want food.
Well, I want food, so I'm obviously going to be on that platform, you know.
If you want food, you need to let us know early. And also, I noticed that we've learned a lot along the way and ways that we could make money. Yeah. Because I realized with the food business, it's not funny. You use money every day.
People don't even see that. Young ones who are coming up and want to all have businesses say, oh, I want to. I mean, I've seen a lot of them spring up over the period. And they say is, oh, I'm into I love cooking watches, so I'm doing it. I love doing meat pie, so I'm doing it. But they don't even think about the fact that there's too much involved.
Yeah, there is. There's so much involved. There is so much involved. And so that's when we brought in our soups and stews for homes, because the corporates, those we cook for, really love that food. So I thought, so why don't we cook for them? And that really caught on. And then we started the shito business. With those, you could get money upfront. So in a day, if people take some stews, at least you have cash in hand to spend on small things that you need. And one interesting thing that I have heard, now, I used to defend it so much. Now when I hear it, I smile. I smile. Whichever way you do it, it's fine.
So, what is that?
That is that. Oh, you can't cook and run at a loss, because people eat every day.
That's very true.
That is so funny.
It's not what it is?
It is not. Trust me, it's not.
It's easy to cook for people to eat it, because there are always people available to eat.
No, it's not. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. So, number one, it has to be good food. You understand? You're cooking by the roadside. You decide, okay, today I'll cook wachi. You go there, nobody buys it. Then what happens? People are not buying because it's food. You have to build a brand. You have to build what you have. It has to be solid. Why do you all move cash to go and eat tuozafi
at a particular place?
At a particular place. And if you go and talk to the wache woman or the tuozafi woman, she's been in business for years. Sometimes even before you were born. And so she's built that brand consciously or unconsciously over years. So you can easily look at her and say, oh, but when she cooks, it finishes every day. It doesn't work like that. So you should have a plan. Build a brand slowly. Have a good brand. Cook good food. Take feedback. That's one thing I do a lot, even though it's very hard. It's so hard.
People are not being genuine. They can't tell you the food is nice or it's not nice.
I think
so it's difficult getting that feedback.
No, on the contrary, people tell me to the face.
Really?
Yes, they do. But that.
And then you're done and koyo and you cry. But how do you take some of these comments? For someone who has not been in your position, would feel like it's a setback for the person. You know, what do you do when you get comments like these, so others who are also, in the same field can learn from?
So with my corporate clients, most of them know me. I make time. I mean, it's my business. That's what I do. There's no CEO matter. I am there. So most of the time, I go there and I eat lunch with them. I'm sitting there at the canteen. If it's good, tell me. If it's not, tell me. You understand? There are times that maybe 5, 6, 7 people will be eating and say, oh, there's too much salt in this particular soup. It runs through.
And you're there.
I am there. Sometimes I taste it and I know, well, it's fine for me, but okay I understand. Different taste. And then there are times too that one person will come, today the food is really nice. Another person will come and say, another person will come and say, it's okay. That one, I don't really bother myself with it, because I realize, I then notice that it's different. People have different tastes. Preferences. But I take feedback. It's hard. Sometimes people tell you genuinely. Sometimes I believe they are all genuine.
The other ones that you go behind your back and hear, other customers saying, hey, as soon as they say the food there today, they wasn't nice, but wasn't able to tell you in the face.
But I maybe I've been blessed. People tell me. My clients tell me. So I keep telling my team that when we get feedback from the branches, we shouldn't take it for granted. When it's good, they tell us. You get people that you don't even know what's happening you. Today the soup was great, keep it up and stuff. And when it's not, it will come to us. So let's take it seriously when they tell us the food is not good. Yes, but I take feedback. I'm very open for feedback.
Great. How many branches do we have now?
Food 101 has one branch. Our kitchen and then offices. But we serve a couple of clients. So those
maybe
are
that's
our
what
branch.
I was trying to refer to. Like, is it a very big space you're serving to now?
Yes.
Like, how many people are we looking at?
In a day?
Yeah.
We are looking at about 700.
700 in a day.
In a day.
How do you keep up?
We are still here, by God's grace.
We're still here, by God's grace. I like that. If you just joined us here on the show, Amma Ojo Tamaklo is my guest in the studio right now. We're talking about food. She's the CEO of Food 101, and they've done incredible works over the past 9 years and still counting, you know, over 700 customers. And yes, I don't know how she keeps up on that, but we're going to be getting into that conversation as well. But if you just join us here on the show, this is the conversation we're having. So please do well to send your messages to us on our social media pages as well. And if you've got questions you want to be asking her or anything you want to, you know, say to her, you can also go ahead and send that to us on our social media platform as well. Now, let's talk about your biggest fears, you know, when beginning this journey that you've left the corporate world, even though you're still doing it alongside it, you know, when getting into that field of your passion and cooking, what was your major fear? What were you scared of?
I think my major concern was how would it go? Whether it would thrive the way I have it in my head, or whether it would not, and I'll have to go back to corporate. I was a bit uncertain on that.
Yeah.
Yes, but then I also believe that for some reason I knew it would work. There have been times that now we are doing 700. We've been down to about 50 clients.
Yeah?
Yes, and look at the COVID. And I COVID period, I served corporate. So all my people who were eating were at home.
Yeah.
That was when the idea of the soups and stews came. That you can't leave my food, I have to chase you to the house. So we
COVID or no COVID.
COVID or no COVID. You can still order, I'll bring it to you at home.
Yeah.
I have to be in business. I have to be in business. So that was my fear. But at every point, we've really tried to make it work. We've really tried to make it work. So if it's not food that is moving so much, we move to our spring roll samosas. We have them fresh. You can buy them at home. And then we have our shito. You can also get it at home. It's the best shito in town.
You heard it. It's the best shito in town.
Yes, it's really delicious. It's good. Too bad I didn't bring any buttons there. The packaging, the taste, everything is on point.
I'm going to taste some, you know, and then I'll come and attest to it, you know, what she's saying.
So there are times that corporates, you know, whichever contract they give you, you either run it alongside other caterers. So there are times that it's your turn, so you have the numbers. There are times that you are off. So that's how we balance it.
You need to balance that too.
So if you have more, then you are kind of stable throughout the year. So that's where we are now. But if the corporates are more, we go easy on the soups and stews with the adverts and stuff. And when they are not, then we come. So we balance it. We make sure we are in business at every point in time.
Listening to your story, it come across to me that you didn't just begin lumping almost everything together.
No.
You progressively, you know, made time to make sure that each one comes after the other one and you're growing.
That's true.
Unfortunately, some people begin these businesses and they want to just, okay, I'm doing this, and it goes around like that. You know? I mean, eventually they either get to fail or maybe some succeed with it. Though. But in your opinion, what do you think is the way to go when you're dealing with some of these things?
I think you should start one at a time. So, for example, Food 101 started with the corporate lunch where you could call in. That was the only thing we're doing. And guess what? These are the same people who recommended us when we went fully into corporate because they had tasted our food. So we had built a solid customer base there. So now instead of just you ordering from us, talk to HR and say, okay, bring us lunch. Yes, so it's the same people who recommended us. But then we did this for about 3 years. And then we moved to the next stage, being the corporate. Then when we were in corporate with the COVID and all that, we moved to our soups and stews and then our pastries. So we've built it over time. And then I told you we were 90% because I believe there's more to be done. Yeah. I feel we haven't even started. That's what I feel, because there are endless opportunities when it comes to food. Whether eating, whether cooking, everything about food. Whether advertising, it's a huge thing.
But what's the most difficult thing dealing with your clients? The most difficult aspect of it?
The feedback, and then I'll say the money aspect. I need money to move.
They keep the money for long.
For long. I'm still praying that they make it flow faster. Yes, it helps because sometimes this journey is tough.
Yeah.
Look, if you are starting, maybe today you see me, you think it is not. You have to be ready. I won't lie to you, you have to be ready. It can get tough. Unless maybe your daddy is rich and then he can be funny. But if you started like I did, it's really tough. And if somebody holds even 50 cedis of your money, it's a big deal because you need it to turn around. Yeah. You understand? With time, it gets better. With time, it gets better. But that difficult moment, that's when a lot of people also stop. But if you want to do it, you can push through. It's not easy. It's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough, but you have to be tougher.
That's the journey you want to embark on.
Yes.
So you need to be tougher.
Yes.
Now let's talk about what sets you apart from the others who are also doing the same thing you're doing. Obviously, there are a lot of people who are also cooking and all of that. What's that unique thing about Food 101 that sets you apart from the others that over the period you have learned? In making sure you keep your clients rich here. Okay,
so it all comes to when we started. I learned a lot. Initially, in the early years, nobody would even want to order from us because we're always so late.
Time.
And then somebody will order from us and you hear comments like, hey, who person would eat dinner? That hurts. Yeah. That hurts. And then I sat down, I needed to get my team to align. How do I do it? It was a confusing moment. But then I said, if we don't change it, it will change us. Yeah. And I didn't want it to. So we had to change a whole lot of things. I had to let people go and bring people on. Because people were not ready to change. So I had to let them go, bring people on. And then we worked on our time. Our food, by God's grace, we've been consistent with the taste and everything. The feedback is good. So I'll say what sets us apart is our food. Our food is good. And if you want to engage us, I tell you, take some and eat. Be comfortable and come to me. And I know you'll come. Yes, so you don't need to just come. Just taste it. Be confident that we can deliver. So we have the taste, we work with the time, and our customer service and feedback. And I work on the feedback. If I get feedback, I come to you maybe after a week, most of the time, oh yes, you've addressed the issue and we are good to go. So I believe that's what sets us apart. Regardless of the numbers I'm serving, I am there. 1,000, 2,000, 4,000, I am there.
You mentioned teams, so I want to get into that space a little bit. Yes. How many people do you have? Do you cook in the kitchen yourself, or you just supervise and do the marketing or the selling of it?
So I do everything. I do
everything.
I do a bit of everything.
From the kitchen, preparation process, everything.
Yes, that's not even difficult. The admin part, keeping tabs on your client, who is happy, who is not too happy, renewal of contracts, who to see, all those things.
You do all these yourself?
I do. This is my business.
Is it not too overwhelming?
No, it's not. This is what I do. If I don't, what am I staying in the house for?
Well, you could be cooking or even supervising.
Yes.
And other people will be keeping tabs on the customers.
Okay, I have an amazing team. Amazing team of about 24 people. We work together. So I like to know what's going on. So I move a bit with the kitchen team. There are times I'm there with them we start cooking like 3 a.m. From 3 till we start going out. I have the admin team and all that. But I get involved. If you call me, I know what's happening in a quarter or a branch or something. I like to know and be abreast with whatever is happening, regardless. Yes.
How's the relationship like between yourself and your staff?
We are very good. Yes.
Super good.
Oh, we are super good. We are super good. With the exception of when there's an order, we need to move.
No, I know you're not friends with anybody.
No. I know if you call them right now, there are going to be certain phrases that they will use, and it's so true. Yes, I'll shout, "Vit, we have to go." So sometimes I'm in my office and I hear them saying it. Oh. Yeah, teasingly. But we have a good relationship. I like to build a cordial relationship with my team. That is something I've learned over time too, because honestly, if all 24 of them should leave today, there's no Food 101. I can't do half of what they are doing. Everybody is unique with their gifts and what they bring on board. And I appreciate it so much. Workers as they are, sometimes they go off, but we try to align. And I've had very good staff. I've had staff that I won't say they are not good, but I've had to let go.
Okay.
So that we'll all be at peace. Yes. So I've had a mixture of all that. In the beginning, for instance, every month,
somebody goes.
Not somebody, they go. They go. So,
but why is that though? I know you have your personal principles and all of that. Sometimes you don't feel like this person fits in, and so you want to gladly let the person go.
Yes.
But how do you go about it so you don't end up becoming the bad person in somebody's eyes?
Okay.
And also how you're able to sustain them, those who are willing to actually continue with you? I
haven't had a lot of situations where somebody is there and I've had to let them go without any issue.
Okay.
Most of the time, it has to do with an issue that we have both agreed from the beginning that if you do this, you go.
Okay.
So it makes it easier for me.
That are there for you.
So if you don't go by them, I haven't sacked you. I believe you did it yourself. So, and then I've had there are times that what I do. When it comes to those who go for service and stuff, people are not really trained. I have my trained team, the caterers, the chefs, and all that. And so sometimes I feel a few of them that you talk to, they need maybe 1,000 cedis or 2,000 to do something. So they are with you for 2 months, they have it, and that's it.
That's it, yeah.
They go. It's not about your relationship. It's not because you're a bad person. I used to feel bad about it. But I realized that's what happens in the industry after talking to other people. But over time too, I noticed that people are also looking for something. Much as I'm building a business, they're also looking for something to stay. Yeah. So then I came in with SNET. I paid their SNET. And then at least you know that one day when you're 60, I contributed something to your life. Yeah. And then some incentives. Getting them a place to stay, it helps them to wake up early and deliver on time. Yeah. I had to spend a little money on that, but it worked. So for the past few years, like 3 years back, I realized I've had stable staff, which I'm very happy about. The little things make me celebrate, and that's one of them. It's not little, it's huge. To wake up and not have the headache of, the person who is in charge of salad has left. Yeah. It distorts our day, it disturbs us greatly. But over time we have overcome that. And I've also had to have shadow, how should I put it? Shadow staff. Shadow staff. Shadow staff. So if you do salad, there's somebody else. If you prepare soup, there's somebody else. So with these numbers you're handling, we can't handle surprises. Yeah. Yes.
So double casting is helping.
It is helping. Double casting. All of you come. It's costing us, but it's making us efficient. And I realize when you're efficient and you deliver, you make room for more.
You seem to have a very, good structure from what you're narrating, and so I'm sure that is something else that is also keeping you, and sustaining your business in the next 10 years. Yes. What more do you want to do to ensure that Food 101 is still in existence? Some of us can't afford to lose, coming for our favorite food.
Yeah, no, you won't. The worst part is over. Trust me, the worst part is over. In 10 years, when I'm sitting alone and I think about it, it's so exciting. I'm seeing my own kitchen. Yeah. Right now we are renting, so we keep moving a bit. Okay. Yes, own kitchen, and then you see when you go to very well-equipped kitchens and you see the machines, and it's exciting. Yeah. That's what I see. Yeah. And then serving more corporate clients, going beyond even Ghana, going to the other regions, going beyond Ghana, exporting stuff. We are doing so much. Yes. So in 10 years, thinking about it, it's quite exciting.
It looks really good.
It looks good. It looks good. And the grace that has brought us here will take us there.
Yes. At age 60, will I still be calling you Mama Food 101?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, retirement.
Yes, I'm not retiring.
Oh, so 60 years old, I'll still be calling you Mama Food 101.
Yes, 60 is not too old.
I know, right? But it's retirement, age. So I'm looking at that period and say, I have given up. It's okay.
I have senior friends in the industry. I have a friend. She's much older. She started 30 years ago when maybe I was probably 10 plus. And I talk to her a lot. She inspires me so much. Sometimes all the challenges that I have, I go to her and I'm so tired. And she tells me, it's normal, just relax. Do this, do that, do this. You understand? And then she told me, oh, I'm turning 60. We all went with her to church and stuff. Like, I'm handing over, and please, she's still there.
You can't even hand over.
She's been 60 for, she was 62 years ago.
You know,
she's still there. I think it's some passion and some love. You can't let go. You can't let go. And when people meet me and they ask of my name, I said, just save it, Food 101.
That's all.
Call me Food 101. I'm good. You can call whichever one. Just Food 101. I'm good. So in 10 years, it looks exciting, and I know by grace we'll get there.
We're still going to get there.
Yes.
I mean, once again, is this something that you would gladly allow your daughter to earn back? Is it a profession that you would want your daughter to, if she shows interest?
So I have 3 kids.
Okay.
I have a boy and 2 girls.
Oh.
Yes, the boy is interested in something else, but he helps me with when I have to do invoicing and stuff. He's just 15. And then I have the second one, who is a girl. She loves food. She loves food.
Like mother, like daughter.
Oh, she makes me happy. She loves food. And she kind of loves the continental stuff.
Okay.
She put the cheeses and the bacons.
And the cuisine.
Oh, exactly. So she prepares breakfast for us at home.
Oh.
Yes. And then the last one, who is 10, I think she is still excited and not sure where she's going, whether yes, but gladly I'll let her do it. I'll let her do it if that's what she wants. If sometimes I feel I should have started earlier, but it's never too late. I didn't do anything food until I started, but I've had a few courses with some catering schools, short courses, to improve and sharpen what I have, get some certificates to back what I know.
Oh, that's great.
Yes,
that's
great. So if I think when we were in secondary school, we saw home econs and cooking as not so exciting. It's you do it when you're not too good. That's a lie. That's a lie. I've met some great chefs, some great cooks.
And they have that background.
They had that background, yes, and it's really helping. If you start it like my daughter, I pray she grows with it, and I think she will. It's early start is good. Yeah, it will help her. Yeah, gladly.
Interesting stuff. Now we'll be getting into your principles and what you look out for in life. But before that, let me talk to you about a current trend that actually took over the world of cooking. The marathon thing and all of that. I don't know what you make of it. You think that it was a good thing, but eventually it made light of the profession of cooking, and it was something that never should have happened or continued the way it did?
No, I think it was a good thing.
Okay. It
was a good thing. And I was quite excited, and I followed it through.
Okay.
Yes. At least people got to know that cooking is not just cooking. It took so much effort. Look at the lady who won, the Nigerian.
Yeah, Hilda Bass.
Yes, Hilda. What she went through, it wasn't easy. We all saw it. You understand?
Yeah. She
had to be strong, she had to be tough, and she had to be on her feet to cook. Yeah. So it's not so much about, say Adriani. And Adriani. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of love, a lot of planning to get a good meal. And I think it brought a lot of what people got to understand the world of cooking, the world of food, because we had their attention. It was good. It was good. Yes. Okay,
and it's something that maybe we should keep repeating. People should just keep going on and say, I want to also do this marathon, which is actually based on food, though, because some people were even saying that others were envious of what she has done, and they also want to do it. So they. Yeah,
we saw it, but could they? They tried.
Okay, that's another aspect of it, though.
They tried, but it wasn't that easy. She was lucky; she had good support. Yes, to do that for all those hours wasn't easy.
Would you want to try?
Yes.
It's something you want to try?
Maybe for short hours.
Oh, yeah. For short hours. You need to do more hours to get that crown.
Yes. And she used about, 3 or 5 years to prepare?
Yeah.
Yes. She
did.
Maybe
we start now with you. in the next 5 years?
We can. Everything is possible.
We can. Yes, we can.
Yes.
Let's get some social media comments on the conversation. This one says, Tabi Abedu says, that's my gal. And she says, it hasn't been easy, but with God, all things are possible indeed. Kodak Taylor says, KMJ is back. Yes, I'm back. All right. Do we have some more comments that we want to read? You can also send yours to us on our social media page so we can read them. And we're talking about Food 101, and let's talk about your life principles. What are some of the things that guide you through? Who? Oh,
that's my mom.
Oh, wait, hold on, that's your mom?
That's my mom.
Oh, Mama Food 101.
Yes.
We're coming to see you after the show. And thanks for giving us an awesome human being like this, making sure that we get to eat good food. And we love you, Mom. We love you. We do. Yeah. What are the life principles that have guided you to where you are right now?
I think before you start anything, you should be determined. And I keep telling people that I'm a Christian. I've always had faith. But this journey, starting food, has built my faith more than anything. There are times that's all you need to do. Have faith that it will work. Have faith that you'll go through. Have faith that something will just go through for you.
Yeah.
Yes, and so you have to be tough. And then believe in what you have, regardless. I've had people say, why are you doing this? And yes, stopping what you're doing, advertise, go and cook. Yes, I am. So as I sit here, nothing can change my mind. No. I'm convinced about what I want to do. I'm convinced about how it's going to go. And my principle is to just stay tough and keep going. And I keep saying it is possible.
It is possible indeed. How do you juggle family life? You have a very smooth running, or it's a difficult one?
No, I've been blessed. My husband has been super supportive, very supportive. So in the initial stage, when the kids were younger, he will take care of them, and then I will run, because food needs time. Yeah. And you are working with people's time. Yes. So he will take over the kids, take them to school, and all of that. Even now, they're a bit grown. The last one is 10. But he's still very supportive. If I have to go somewhere at dawn, early morning, he'll go and drop me. He's there. He comes to the office. There are some deliveries. He will say, oh, it's on my way. I'll do them for you. So we've had a balance. We are both entrepreneurs. Okay. So when it's good, we are in. When it's not, we are in.
We stay inside. I go after we stay inside.
Stay inside for a while. So
if you're not busy at the kitchen selling, doing all of that, taking care of kids, making sure your husband is happy, what do you do to relax, unwind?
I love to feel good.
You love to feel good?
Yes.
So you go to work?
So I do the salon.
Okay.
Yeah. I do the spa. Yes. There were times I couldn't even do these things. If you had given me free tickets to go and have a massage, I couldn't. Yeah. So now when I have the time, I just love to indulge.
Oh boy. I like see the way she described. Oh, Amma, no.
I do.
Oh boy.
It's the early years.
The relief that comes with that, I know.
Yes, the early years. There were times I couldn't come and sit here for this interview. Yeah. Because when I leave the kitchen, things wouldn't go well. So I am grateful to my team for holding it. Now I can even afford to travel on a weekend.
Oh, that's a good one.
The things that make me happy, I have no idea.
I know, right?
So it makes me excited that see where we've got into. Yeah. Yeah. So that's what makes me believe that it will get better.
You love music?
I do.
What is your music? Any of genre you love to listen to?
If Kojo Entry coughs, I'll listen. Oh. I love Kojo Entry.
Kojo Entry.
I love all his tracks. I love.
You have a favorite?
Everything Kojo Entry.
Okay. Any of his songs that you love to listen to? I love to listen to America a lot.
America is good.
Yeah. I don't know about you though.
This other was that
that one. You have a reason why you love that one.
I like his composition. It's not so much about the story. Maybe somebody's praying I would also not take them there. But, well.
You're already taking them there.
Well,
you've taken somebody's son there already.
Yeah.
And you're enjoying everything that comes with that. You know, so yeah.
I love everything Kojeji.
I see.
I love
what about the current guys?
Shatta Wale.
Ah!
I do.
You're a SM fan. You're SM.
Okay, so
movement.
let me tell you how I love Shatta Wale. I maybe because of my marketing background.
Yeah.
I like how he transitioned from bandana to
Shatta Hayes now.
And then he came in as Shatta. He didn't just sit. He's working on it, and he's improved so much.
Yeah.
So I think I see beyond the music.
Yeah.
And so I admire his journey, and I admire how far he's come.
And they're 1, 2, 3. Pa, 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 pa.
Certain aspects I don't really agree with him, but I feel it's him. It's showbiz. That's what works for him.
Do you sometimes get worried about it because this is somebody you love his crafts, and usually when that other aspect of him comes up, do you get worried?
Not so much. Not so much, because I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And recently, what was happening?
The Ghana Music Awards,
with the awards and how much he was paid, and I was having.
He was actually paid that money though. I was
no,
there.
Even if he wasn't, what are we wishing for? That he doesn't get it? You understand? Where I've come from and where I am now, we should push people. If it happens for you, it will happen for me. You understand? Somebody has to pave the way. Even if it's a lie, you will realize that that's a benchmark. Is it good or bad? Let's support it.
Yeah.
So
same way if Wizkid or Davido comes up and says that, oh, I am paid a certain amount of money, nobody's going to question it because they feel Nigerians get that opportunity.
I follow them a lot. I love inspiring stories, you know. Inspiring story, whether you started on a good note or whether you struggled. It's not always a bad story. Yeah. Yes. Maybe my children will take off from a good level. But I had to go through the rough patch. And it's all beautiful. They're all beautiful stories. I follow all of them. I like their songs, Ashake.
Yeah. Do you party more times, like you go out with friends?
I get to party because I cater for events and weddings.
It's a double do affair.
Yeah, so
I'm here to work, but I'm still enjoying the party.
That's what my team also loves. When we finish setting up our weddings and stuff, you know, we are the last to leave. Caterers and then those who set up. Yeah. So that is the real party. It's not the 551 that you see. The DJ is still there and making sure that everybody gets there. And whilst you are packing out, you will love it. Now and there's no CEO, we all have fun.
Boogie. You love to dance?
I do.
Don't tell your mommy why.
No, I think I dance better when I'm sitting.
Oh, she dances better when she's sitting. Yes. Oh my goodness.
But I love music. I love to read. And then I love to just relax. I enjoy my space alone. Yes, so I can be home, take a day off, be home just by myself. No work or less work. There's nothing like no work. So less work. And I'm just happy. I think what makes me happy about that is because I couldn't do that before. And so I don't take it for granted. And of course, every other thing that comes with that is reflective of what you're able to put into your work. Yes. And so you're able to relax, which gives you that energy to be back on the road to do what you have to do and making sure that you give us, food to eat. It's been an inspiring, I think one of the most inspiring, stories that I've heard, because you cut across the various spaces where you've seen how the corporate world works, and you've seen it from the kitchen side, as well, and you're putting efforts together to make sure you're able to grow from one strength to the other. I mean, you're doing great, and we love you for this. And so, Food 101 in the next 10 years, we'll have a celebration. Yeah, we will. And we'll officially open the Mama Food 101 agenda to us. It will help it. Anything you want to tell your clients, your family, and so to my family, my husband Edem Tamaklo, I appreciate all his efforts. He's really helped me. When Food 101 was a dream, I registered it and I was dragging my feet. And he told me one day, you are starting. And we started giving free food to people for a while before we really kicked off. So I appreciate his support. He's been very supportive, very supportive. And my kids, I think they see all the backside of it. When I'm frustrated, when I don't want to talk, when I'm angry, but I have to smile. When it gets overwhelming, they are there. And so they've done really well. They are strong kids. and my family, my mom, she's been very supportive behind the scenes. And my clients, most of them have become my friends, and I appreciate them so much. Genuine feedback, always helping us. And then my team, amazing team, young people, very good. I think they are aligned now, and then they're happy about where we are going. And then what we've been able to do, I mean, Food 101 will always stand for good food. We always stand for good, delicious shito. We always stand for good soups and stews for your home. Everything food. I keep saying, where there is somebody to eat, call me.
We did, yeah. Thanks for making time off your very busy schedule to spend time with us this morning here on the show. It's been an intriguing conversation. We love it, and we love what you're doing from Mother Ghana as well. And hopefully we'll get to make this a bigger celebration in the next 10 years to come.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Now, guys, that's how we end our conversation this morning here on women in business. Women doing so much, and we'll put them on the spotlight. We'll make sure you get to hear their stories. If you're a young woman out there and you want to become something, you have dedicated yourself to making something possible for yourself, and it's becoming difficult, you're not able to navigate your way around it. We ensure that these stories are able to push you to the limit where you have to eventually realize your dreams of whatever it is you want to achieve.